Hello.
And welcome to
Let the Girls Play. I'm Kelsey Bailey.
I'm Amelia Bain.
And we're here to talk about not the WNBA this week.
Oh no, we are talking about the Olympics. I think it's always good on a podcast that records remotely when they try to sing at the same time.
Trying to do anything in sync while you're recording remotely. And we are recording remotely because not only is there an Olympic break, but there's a Mima and Kelsey break. Amelia is visiting family and I am from my apartment in Brooklyn. So we're coming to you separately, but together. Let the Girls Play is a state of mind. It's a place in your mind. It's not a place physically, you know.
And if you're listening, you are also right there with us in Let the Girls Play.
Welcome to our astral plane.
Welcome to our astral plane. Yeah. Talking about locations, I want to talk about one specific place, and that is Paris.
Bienvenue à Paris. We have made it into the qualifying rounds of the women's 5-on-5, but let's talk about all those pool games that they had. Pool A, Pool B, Pool C.
Let's shout out the U.S. team for how many games in a row have they now won? I think it was 58?
58 consecutive wins.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. They had, 3 huge games against Japan, Belgium, and Germany, made their way into, obviously, the qualifying round where they will be facing off against Nigeria. Shout out Nigeria.
Huge, huge shout out to Nigeria. I think it's the first time that an African team has made it to the quarterfinals. So
it is.
Shout out to the Nigerian team.
Their first win that they had over, I think it was Australia, was the first time they've ever won a game in the Olympic competition, which is so cool. So I hope that they do well. I hope that they don't beat the USA because we need to, we got to get to that gold medal match. But I think it's a huge win and shout out. And also, one of their coaches for the Nigerian national team is an assistant coach for the Connecticut Sun.
I love that.
Hakeem Olajuwon's daughter.
Okay, that is a really good piece of trivia. I wonder if Hakeem Olajuwon has ever been to Mohegan Sun.
Has he been to Michael Jordan's steakhouse?
Would he like to go to Michael Jordan's steakhouse with just a couple of podcasters?
What does he think about Marina Mabrey coming to the Connecticut Sun?
What does he think about Marina Mabrey switching from top bun to ponytail as soon as she reached Connecticut?
I am back to the East Coast. You do not know me anymore. I am a new woman. I am drinking better water. The bagels are better. I'm back on the East Coast. She is now learning what a freaking lanternfly is. And she said, I got to take the bun out for these lanternflies. Smack them with my ponytail.
Give him a little ooh.
If there's anyone who I think can end the lanternfly crisis that is happening in the tri-state area of New York, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania, it's Marina Mabrey.
She just looks at the little lanternfly and says, "Shut the fuck up."
Shut the fuck up.
Get out of here.
And they just fall out of the sky. I watched a little bit of the Nigerian team's game against Australia, but to be honest, if it wasn't the U.S. playing, I wasn't watching the games because I'm on break as well.
And we have to watch the other Olympic games. There's so much to see.
I got to watch rugby. I got to watch Ilona Maher. I'm sorry. Rugby might be my new basketball.
We would have been rugby girls if that had been a thing when we were kids.
I was too aggressive for basketball. I would foul out. So I need somewhere that I could just openly take someone down to the ground. And I guess that would have been rugby, but unfortunately, I did not have access to rugby as a child in my community. We could be bronze medalists right now.
We could be.
Our towns had opened their eyes to the beauty of women's rugby.
We are simply gold medal caliber podcasters instead of bronze medal rugby players, and that's just who we are.
And let's talk about, gold medal and what the Team USA is striving for. Let's talk about their games. Their first game they had against Japan, they won 102-76. And I think what we can all take away from these 3 games that they had in their pool is that Asia and Stewie are it. They are our dynamic duo. They cannot be stopped.
No, they are averaging a combined, we don't do stats on this podcast, but a lot of points combined.
20 plus points.
They are both blocking and rebounding at an elite level. We know Asia is doing it, but it's nice to see Stewie kind of easing back into last year MVP Stew York City form. She's doing it.
Yeah, she's dunking on
these
these
hoes. And they love
hoes.
playing together. You see the joy, whatever narrative there is about these players being rivals. Yeah, they're rivals and they're unrivaled, but they also love playing together. And that's beautiful to see on this team.
It's really nice. It's really nice to see all the bonding. It's nice to see them cheering for each other. It was nice in the game against Belgium, which we can talk about, to see everybody sort of rallying behind Sabrina when she hit that buzzer beater 3. She did her thing. She did her logo 3. And I think it's probably so nice for the team to be like, you know what? I'm on Sabrina's team right now. And that's awesome. When she does it to us during a game, we hate her for it. But right now, that's our girl. And she just freaking did it on them to those Belgians.
Did it on them. Because Belgium is so close to France, I think there were a lot of their fans there. It was really loud.
Yeah.
And Sabrina said, no.
She said, silence, Julie Van Le.
We and everyone else in the United States have been saying her name wrong.
So we're going to strive to try and say it appropriately and put some respect on her name. But if we slip into a Van Loo,
if there's some sort of pun or wordplay that we need to say Van Loo, we will drop back into Van Loo.
I will mispronounce anybody's name for the sake of a rhyme, for the sake of a pun.
Absolutely.
Because, honey, I'm a comedian first and I'm a respectful person second.
And put that on her tombstone. But yeah, we didn't see much of Ka. We didn't see any of Ka in the USA-Belgium game. She was injured in the game against Japan, but she was back against Germany. You know, really showed up for the game against Germany, our silent assassin, Jackie Young.
Shout out J-Yo, had 19 points in the game against Germany, was like 5 for 8 from the 3 line. And Ka Copper, who you mentioned, played in the Germany game but missed the Belgian game. She was like 3 for, like, they were all just like sinking threes during that game. So shout out to Ka, shout out to Jackie Young, our 3-on-3 gold medalist from the 2020 Olympics, coming into this Olympics and saying, y'all can't stop me. I'm going for gold.
Kelsey, like you, I didn't watch a ton of games other than USA games, but I did see in the outline you wrote, Canada didn't win a single game. We did predict Canada and Australia were going to be absolute dogs.
Yeah.
That hasn't really been the case.
Canada kind of shit the bed. Sorry to say it so bluntly. They got dogs on that team. I think it just didn't come together. And I think they had some close games. But unfortunately, they did not win a single game. So they are done. Sorry, Aaliyah Edwards. Sorry, Kia Nurse. Sorry, Bridget Carlton. You know, sorry to all those wonderful players. But hey, still made it to Paris.
You still went to the Olympics, and that is something to be proud of for your whole dang life. I want to talk about a team that for a minute there we were scared was not going to win a single game, and that was our USA 3-on-3 team. Lost the first 3 games. It was looking rough.
It was looking real rough. I was real scared. I don't know what it was. I think maybe people weren't in the rhythm. I think they were still gelling. Obviously, we know this wasn't what the original team was going to be with Cameron Brink's injury. So maybe people were getting used to one another's playing style. Ryan was coming off an injury from the WNBA, so maybe she needed a little bit of time to get back into her body, get back into the flow of things. But yeah, they lost 3 straight games in the start of these 3-on-3 pools and qualifiers, and they really had to find their rhythm, and they did, and they won the next 4 games. Had some huge buzzer beaters with Ryan and De'Erica.
Yeah, De'Erica, I think, had to learn how to be the big dog out there, how to be like the big rebounder, playing like the big one.
Yeah, I think normally she's not, you know, the biggest player on the team. Like thinking to Los Angeles, there's Lee Yaru, there's Azurá Stevens, there's Cameron Brink. So she normally doesn't have to be that big player. So to really have that be her thing maybe took a minute. But it was so fun to see the team eventually start to gel. Haley Van Lith was the most scoringest player of the whole team throughout the whole Olympics. So shout out
Proud
HVL. Redemption.
Shout out HVL. I am excited to see what HVL does at TCU this coming season.
Go Frogs.
There was also a really cool interview with HVL about their struggles early on and how, listen, like 3-on-3 is a totally different game. It's fast. You have to shoot much quicker. The shot clock is lower to start, and it's just physical. And so you have to be an absolute dog to play it. And I think we learned yeah, we've got some dogs on our team, but it took them a minute to learn how to bow wow wow together, you know? They had to learn how to play as a pack.
They had to learn how to play as a pack. They had to learn how to walk together. They did have to learn how to bow wow wow. They had to Twilight bark at each other for a while. Shout out 101 Dalmatians. If you know, you know.
Shout out.
I'm so happy that they won bronze. Obviously, I was hoping they would get gold, but bronze is still a medal, babe, and it's the first medal for all of these players, and it's only going to go up from here. And I think the game of 3-on-3, people are only going to get better at 3-on-3, especially with something like Unrivaled starting, where it's going to be a lot of opportunity for these players to play a different format in the off season and really flex that muscle beyond just playing for USAB.
Yeah. And I think USAB is going to, you know, there's such a standard of excellence for USAB. They're going to prioritize 3-on-3, I think, in a way that they maybe haven't been, because yeah, we got that, as Dearica Hamby said, we call it rose gold, the bronze medal. We got the rose gold, bronze medal, but we want next Olympics, we're going to get that gold.
Look out, Los Angeles. 3-on-3 is coming, and it's coming hard. And I honestly hope that Enrique is on the 3-on-3 team next Olympics, because I think she would be so good. I know she was just really practicing with the regular roster, like 5-on-5, but maybe doing Unrivaled, which we know she will be a part of, getting her 3-on-3 one-on-one game to like perfection, maybe then she'll be more interested in potentially that 3-on-3 team where she could absolutely dominate these teams. Because Tip Hayes, all it takes is one player who's got that freaking dog in him. Tip Hayes absolutely handed the U.S. their ass when they played Azerbaijan in the 3-on-3. So all it takes is one person who's really a freaking dog on 1-on-1 or 3-on-3.
Shout out to Tiffany Hayes for going from I am retired, I'm not playing basketball anymore, to never mind, I'm on a team that is going to contend for a 3-peat championship, and I beat Team USA 3-on-3 pretty much single-handedly in the Olympics.
And I am an Olympian. Yeah, if only all of us could be so successful in retirement. When I retire, my ass is going to be laid out in a hammock somewhere, and I will be gaining 10 pounds a day by how much I am eating and just not doing ass shit.
I think as someone who is only moderately successful in pre-retirement years, maybe my retirement, maybe that's where I am going to shine. Maybe I'm going to have like a Tiffany Hayes trajectory. We'll see.
You're going to go to the what's it called when it's like Olympics but for older people?
Senior Olympics.
You're going to go to the Senior Olympics for rugby.
I am. I gotta start my rugby journey. If anyone from our bronze medal winning rugby team wants to come on the pod to tell us kind of what's going on with rugby, walk us through the rules, we would absolutely love it.
Yeah, we are quick learners, we are passionate, and we will absolutely love to have you on. But I think it's like one of the other things that's like, you can start a hobby at any point and go to, I mean, not at any point and go to the Olympics, but there's that woman who won the road bike competition, and she just started doing road biking in like 2017, and she would do it around Central Park just because she liked riding her bike in the park. And then now she won a freaking gold medal in like road bike. Like, anyone can do anything.
You can dream. Beautiful. You can
Why
dream.
Can't old people dream?
Why can't old people dream? You know, so I'm going to make a shirt with DT on that. My favorite DT quote. Why can't old people dream? Whatever your version of going to the Olympics is. Maybe it's going to the Olympics, but maybe it's just like, I don't know, your version of that. Yeah, go off. Start riding your bike around Central Park or an equivalent.
Yeah, start playing rugby in Prospect Park with some people. Figure it out. Just get tackled. Just start pushing people, even if they're not playing rugby. Just start pushing people in the park. One thing that I did really like, not to like hop around, but in that game against Japan when Ka Copper was injured and she was on the ground, it was really lovely to see Asia Wilson go and fix her hair. I don't know if you saw this, but it was like her hair was, they tried to hide everything and, you know, hide her injury or protect her, but also her hair was like messed up, so Asia went and like fixed it, and it was so nice. I love these girls coming together.
They're having fun. You can see it, and we're gonna get into kind of what everybody's been doing during this break, but what the Olympians have been doing, I think, is just having a really good time together in between their games.
They're going to brunches together. They're going to the USA basketball party where Snoop Dogg did a performance in an Asia Wilson t-shirt. Come on. The time is now for women's basketball. Snoop's got Asia on a t-shirt. Freaking Asia's wearing them freaking glasses, the Olympics glasses during the opening ceremony, becoming a meme of her little like face, like looking down at the camera with her.
Looking so cute.
Looking so cute. I hope her and Bam are having a romantic time in Paris.
Me too. I want to bring up a conspiracy theory that we love conspiracy theories. This
conspiracy
is one that
theory alert. Woo woo.
You know, I love a conspiracy theory about like, you know, what's Commissioner Kathy posting and how does that what does that tell us about the expansion of the league? That kind of stuff. But this is a conspiracy about the China versus USA Olympic count. And, you know, they're kind of vying for the gold medal total victory. There are people online who are like, the ref from China sabotaged the USA 3-on-3 women in the semifinals.
Yeah, their game against Spain.
Because she didn't want them to get another gold medal. And I think that's not true. I think refs are bad. I don't think it was bad refereeing with a goal. I think it was just bad refereeing. We can tell you, we have seen at every level of play bad refs. So I think let's hold it on the conspiracy against that one ref.
Let's just call it what it is, which was a bad ref, not a, you know, a secret agent against the total Olympic medals for Team USA. And it was bad reffing. Like the USA lost that game at the foul line because they got so many fouls called on them. That was insane.
They were beating up Dearica Hamby and they wouldn't call a single foul.
I mean, that's bad reffing, not, you know, saboteur.
Shout out bad refs all over the world. You're doing it at an elite level. The worst refereeing I've ever seen.
The Olympics for bad refs.
The Olympics of bad refs.
Also, really want to give a quick shout out to Ryan Howard. Thank you for taking us. She's collecting all the pins. I know you're not on TikTok, Amelia, but she's been doing like little vlogs, and she went through all the pins because she's really invested in the pin trade, and it's very cute. And she went through all of her pins, and shout out Ryan. I hope you get even more pins.
I love those parts of the Olympics. Like, and I appreciate the athletes who are sharing sort of the behind the scenes, like showing what you get when you win a medal. You get like a little print of the Olympics. Yeah.
Also, shout out to Jewel Lloyd's girlfriend. I believe her name is T Alexis. She has also been doing daily vlogs of her time in Paris with Jewel, really giving a behind the scenes look at what it's like to be friends, family, and loved one, like +1 to the Olympics. And she's hanging out with Jackie Young's sister nonstop, and that girl cannot stop going to Chipotle. She's freaking in Paris for 2 weeks, and they go to Chipotle like almost every day. Even she says like, I'm sorry, I don't know why I keep going to Chipotle. But it's really fun, and if you want like a nice little glimpse into like what the life is like in Paris, especially for this Team USA basketball team, shout her out. Thank you for the vlogs, T.
Thanks for the vlogs. The real heroes at the Olympics are the people giving us the coverage.
And I mean, that's been our Olympic journey for basketball. I could talk about all the other sports till the freaking cows come home, but we will come back after the gold medal match, whether it's, you know, the U.S. team in that match or not. We will be back to be able to talk about it and really start to gear up for getting back into the WNBA. It feels like we've been gone forever. Who were we before these Olympics? I don't even know. Who was running our country? Who will run our country? We don't even know, but it might be a Minnesota Lynx fan as vice president.
I mean, that'd be kind of awesome. I forgot to shout out a German 3-on-3 player, gold medalist, greatest nickname, Sunny G. Great nickname. And I hope really to see Sunny G in the WNBA in the future.
Let's go. Let's go. Also, get Sierra Burdick back in the WNBA. She deserves it.
Find a spot for her with expansion, especially. Yes.
Or at least I hope she gets to be a part of Unrivaled. I feel like that would be a huge miss for them not to have her be one of the players that's playing in this league.
Oh, and speaking of Unrivaled, Paige Becker signed an equity deal with Unrivaled. She's, of course, not going to be playing with them this year, but will be in the future. So shout out, Paige.
Shout out,
Proud
Paige.
of you.
Shout out, Unrivaled. And shout out everyone involved at the Olympics. Like we've said, whether it was a basketball player or in another event that we are just discovering, whether it's Simone Biles or whether it's Alona Mar or Flavor Flav or Snoop Dogg or anyone who's involved with the Olympics is a hero, except the refs. Bye.
Bye.